Hi everyone and welcome back. In this episode we are talking about the crawl errors that Google is finding when it comes to your website. So in here, this is going to be your soft 404, any access denied, which is actually 0, and other. And you want to see these as being pretty much 0 across the board. This is a file I'm not worried about in terms of other. The soft 404 is coming up for the cart page. I'm not too worried about that. It is something that you can get your developer to look into, but essentially you want to fix any issues on this page, especially if you've been moving pages around or deleting pages. So let's see if I can find some more examples. I'm pretty sure on my own site I have some 404s I need to deal with. I have one 404 I need to deal with. This page doesn't exist anymore and I need to redirect it. So you would just go and use a 301 redirect and say to redirect this URL to the different URL. Crawl stats doesn't give you a whole lot of information other than how often that Google is crawling your website. So how many crawls per day. So the principle essentially is the more often you're publishing on your website, the more often Google will crawl, essentially. If you want to fetch your website to actually see how Google looks, what it looks like, you can do that here. And it's going to show you the code of your website, which is how Google sees it, right? Kind of important, but for the most part, this is a developer feature to make sure things are going across right. Your robots.txt file is important because this is a file that you would say, don't ever come into my site or don't ever index these pages. It'd be permanent blockage. And you don't want to see a whole lot in here. Essentially, you want to see user agent, so which bot, whether it's Google or Bing or whoever, you want to see the asterisk means all, so you want to see it as all. Maybe you want to block Bing, but I don't know why you would. But anyways, you want to see it as all. You want to disavow usually your login pages. This is pretty common, pretty popular. So nothing in there that you see that could be blocking why Google could not be seeing your site. Sitemaps are pretty important. If you're using the Yoast SEO plugin, they will create the sitemap for you, and you're going to add your sitemap, and it's just going to be the extension, which is usually just sitemap when it comes out of Yoast, and you're going to submit it here, and this is what it looks like. So I've actually submitted the categories, the pages, the posts, the post tags, and the sitemap itself. And it will give you some warnings if there's any issues, how many pages are submitted, how many images are submitted, how many actually ended up indexed. So you'll see on number 2 here, page sitemap, there's 26 submitted, but only 16 indexed at this point in time, and 15 images and 1 indexed. So obviously it hasn't indexed all my pages that I have on the website at this point in time. Probably because this was only processed 3 days ago and I uploaded a whole bunch of stuff. So Google hasn't crawled the site yet. There are warnings in here, and you can read these and figure out if it's valid or not. This is actually just it's needs to be a 301 redirect. That page doesn't exist anymore, and obviously this page is given a warning because it's taking a long time to load. So I have to look into that and what is causing that and why. So those are things that you have to look into in your sitemaps so that Google can actually index your website the most efficiently way possible. So you want to go in and you want to fix these issues to be the most efficient at all of these. Under URL parameters, you pretty much want to see nothing in here. Google isn't experiencing any problems with the coverage of your site. So there would be nothing in here. If there are some issues in there, I would actually just send them to your developer, but you can try to work through this, but I personally would just let your developer know. Now, one last thing before I sign off, security issues. Obviously, security nowadays on websites is really important, and you want to make sure that your site hasn't been hacked. If Google picks up on it, they'll make a note here. Obviously, everything is A-OK, and I don't have an example because I'm pretty sure all my sites right now are operational. So that is the end of the 4-part series for the Google Search Console. If you have any questions, you can email them to info@tribalmarketer.ca or leave them in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you are a Facebook person, feel free to join me in Facebook. I have a Facebook community, and you can find it at bit.ly/TM-community, and the TM community is all in capital. So bit.ly.com or bit.ly, which is bit.ly/TM-community. And thank you for listening and watching, and we'll see you in the next video series. Thanks.